How do you know I'm not a gangster or used to be a gangster? I've been in the music industry for 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, the industry's filled with gangsters.
Okay, hold on to your wigs because Matthew Knowles has had enough. No more polite smiles, no more brushing drama under the rug. The man who literally built Destiny's Child from the ground up, he's coming for Jay-Z. And this isn't just some vague gossip. This is real, fiery, personal. And the reason? A scandal that refuses to stay buried. And his daughter Beyoncé being dragged through mud she didn't ask for. Insiders say Matthew is sick of the Carter chaos creeping into Beyoncé's spotlight. He's telling her behind closed doors, maybe it's time to walk away.
Who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it, I really thought it was going to go different than.
This isn't just daddy looking out for his baby girl. This is someone who's had a front row seat to years, decades of tension. And now, he's at his breaking point. Rumors are flying that Matthew thinks these latest claims against Jay-Z aren't just messy gossip, they're a credibility catastrophe. Word is, he's pushing Beyoncé to protect her name, her kids, and her peace. And if she won't, he just might do it himself. This is the same man who steered her to superstardom, and if he's threatening to spill what he knows, that's not a family squabble, that's war.
I can only say as a father that I hope I instill with them the values that they would want to look for in a man. And I think I did when Beyoncé wrote on her, I think it was her first album, maybe it was the second one, the song Daddy, that she hoped that she found someone just like her daddy.
And oh, the timing? Suspiciously perfect. While Jay-Z is juggling a lawsuit tying him to Diddy's unraveling legal nightmare, guess who just popped back up? Ramir Satterthwaite, the guy who's been fighting since his teens to prove Jay-Z is his biological father. Yup, it's all bubbling back up. For over 10 years, it was just whispers and legal paperwork, but now, new DNA test orders are about to blow this wide open. Ramir says Jay-Z's lawyers dodged a court-ordered test, lied about real estate, covered the whole thing with red tape and sealed documents. And now that Ramir's mom, Wanda, has passed, her affidavit saying she had a fling with Jay-Z when she was just 16, it's back under a brand new spotlight. If those DNA results say what Ramir's been screaming for years, Jay-Z isn't just a man with a past. He's a man who's spent decades dodging his own child. Matthew's furious. Insiders say Beyoncé's been left holding the fallout, trying to protect her kids from whispers at school while Jay-Z just stays silent. Not this time, not with this much at stake. Matthew might even leak alleged messages between Jay's legal team and Wanda's people, proof, they say, of intimidation and obstruction.
You feel initially when Beyoncé started dating Jay-Z, who is very successful, but he's also, generally considered a gangster rapper.
And that begs the question, what else does Matthew Knowles know? Because apparently, he's ready to go there if Beyoncé won't. They say he's holding receipts, settlements, shady talks, and maybe even access to a rumored blackmail fund. Yup, a secret pool of hush money Jay allegedly kept for emergencies like this. Former Rockefeller insiders are calling it a panic vault. We haven't seen the receipts yet, but the pattern, oh, it fits. Cases suddenly vanish. NDAs conveniently appear. Lawyers misspeak in court. One New Jersey lawyer straight up admitted to lying about Jay's property just to avoid a DNA test. Ramir's guardian, Lily Cully, calls it what it is, fraud. And the whispers? They're only getting louder, because Jay-Z isn't just linked to Ramir now. He's also tied up in Diddy's mess, including a terrifying allegation involving a minor at a party in 2000. Public patience is wearing thin. And Matthew, he's ready to go legal, ready to drop the hammer. Insiders say he's prepped to release records, emails, even affidavits. If that happens, Jay-Z's empire could crumble in real time.
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint. And in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact-finding, right?
Let's not act like this is Jay-Z's first time in hot water. Remember 1999, when he allegedly stabbed someone in a Manhattan club? Oh, and what about that awkward love triangle with Damon Dash and Aaliyah? The one no one ever talks about, but keeps surfacing? Aaliyah allegedly left Jay for Dame, and people still whisper about the overlap in timelines. That cloud of unfinished business has never gone away. And now, with Ramir's claims and Diddy's scandal re-erupting, fans are looking closer, way closer. If that blackmail fund theory turns out real, we're not just talking betrayal of Beyoncé. We're talking betrayal of the entire come-up story, the from the Marcy projects to mogul fairy tale. Was it really hustle and talent, or was it paperwork tricks, payouts, and silence? That's what's got Matthew boiling. One longtime family friend said it loud. Matthew thinks it's time for the truth, not just for Beyonce's sake, but to draw the line between her legacy and Jay-Z's alleged lies.
And now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, needs to be proven in a court of law, but if true, it could rise to the level of criminality, and, we'll see what happens or if the DA looks and investigates.
Because seriously, what happens if more Ramirs pop up? What if that fund isn't enough anymore? Matthew might not be threatening Jay-Z to his face, but his message, crystal clear: walk away or get buried with your secrets. And guess what? Matthew's not the only one sitting on dirt. A former Rockefeller staffer says there's a stash of old emails and texts, pieces of a puzzle Jay-Z's been trying to keep far apart. From Ramir to Diddy to the dark corners of music industry parties no one wants to think too hard about, and Beyoncé, still nothing. No statement, no Instagram unfollow, just silence. And that silence, it's loud. Feels less like peace, more like the calm before a hurricane. Because if that DNA test comes back positive, what else is about to erupt? What names? What hush money? What sealed documents? What's still buried?
Now, with respect to the evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right? More than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress.
Jay-Z's lawyers have been keeping things under wraps for years, but now Beyonce's silence is the loudest thing in the room. No word from her team, no denial, nothing. So fans are asking, is Beyonce buying time or building her escape route? PR insiders are whispering that her team's working overtime, watching comments, scrubbing posts, canceling events. People noticed. She skipped 2 major industry events this season. No red carpet, no shout out, not even a glam squad selfie. Instead, her Instagram got weird. A dove. A throwback from Destiny's Child. Just her. No Jay, no kids. The Beehive lost its mind. One source close to her stylist says she's reevaluating everything. And that doesn't sound like a wardrobe update. That sounds like life decisions.
And that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally.
Behind the velvet ropes and designer suits, the beef between Matthew Knowles and Jay-Z has been simmering for decades. This mess, it isn't just about a paternity test anymore. It's personal. Let's be real. Matthew never truly embraced Jay-Z like he did other people around Beyonce. Why? Because he always had doubts. While the world was watching Roc Nation take over, Matthew was watching the shadows behind the success. Now, those shadows aren't rumors. They're court filings, sealed docs, and whispers that just won't go away. The legal fight over Ramir, it's full of jurisdiction switches, sealed records, and moves that feel more like a cover-up than a defense. One moment especially, shady. Jay-Z's lawyer accidentally misrepresented his real estate, an error that just so happened to get him out of a mandatory DNA test. That wasn't a mistake, that was a legal lifeline. And Ramir's side, they're calling it what it is, a fraudulent defense, not bending the law, breaking it.
Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because rape in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint, is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her.
For years, this battle played out like some long, boring legal chess game. Delay, dismiss, repeat. But now, it's gotten deeply personal. Ramir isn't just saying he might be Jay-Z's son. He's claiming Jay-Z has always known. Let that sink in. If that's true, this isn't just about a DNA test. This is about a man who built a brand around being a family man, choosing to erase his own flesh and blood. Ramir says Jay-Z's team used money, lawyers, and silence to keep the truth at arm's length. And if that's real, then all those photos of Jay as a devoted father, suddenly they look very different. It's not just image damage, it's emotional wreckage.
I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it, it's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
While Jay-Z was on magazine covers and climbing Forbes lists, Ramirez says he was stuck in courtrooms trying to figure out who he really was. He wasn't chasing a payout. He was chasing identity, grieving a mother who passed away before she got justice. Experts say this kind of long-term rejection can mess someone up for life. And it's not just about a famous father ignoring a kid. It's about being denied closure over and over, every step of the way. And then there's Beyoncé. If Jay-Z knew this whole time and never told her, then the betrayal doesn't stop with Ramirez. It runs straight through their marriage, their family, their entire brand. Did she know? Did she suspect? Or is she just now finding out along with the rest of us? Either way, the emotional blow is massive, because maybe Jay-Z's silence isn't a strategy, maybe it's guilt. And if that guilt comes to light, it won't just shake their household, it could tear it apart.
In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?"
And that's what has fans gasping for air. Behind the glamour, the mansions, and the curated family portraits, maybe there's been a painful secret this whole time. A crack that started decades ago and never stopped spreading. Ramirez says he never wanted to ruin anything. He just wanted the truth. He just wanted to find his father. And after years of being ignored, the most heartbreaking part isn't what was said in court. It's what was never said at all. And while that silence haunts him, Jay-Z's dealing with another bomb, his connection to Diddy's ongoing scandals. One lawsuit, two names, and decades of tightly wound business deals. What used to be a luxury power alliance, now it's a legal powder keg. If any judge rules that Jay-Z helped cover up anything, every title, brand, and deal with his name on it could go up in smoke.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men.
And Beyoncé, she's standing at the edge of a cliff. Does she try to hold her family together or protect what she's built? Because as a mom, she wants to shield her kids. But as the face of a billion-dollar brand, that same silence could be seen as her choosing sides. A former PR insider said it blunt. Beyoncé knows how to control a narrative. So if she's quiet, it's because she's planning her moment carefully. Some say she's waiting for the DNA test. Others say she's already emotionally checked out. Meanwhile, the Knowles versus Carter feud is one spark away from full explosion. Sources close to Matthew say he's done. He has a full dossier, emails, notes, even backstage footage. If that drops, it won't just stain Jay-Z. It could shatter everything the Carters built.
And we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit.
We've seen celebrity scandals, affairs, secrets, lies, but this feels like the slow collapse of an empire. A perfect storm of lawsuits, buried truth, and family betrayal. If that one paternity test leads to more exposure, more lawsuits, more insiders flipping, Jay-Z might find himself dethroned by the very truth he spent years and millions trying to bury. So now the world watches. If the results confirm Ramirez's claims, can Jay-Z survive what comes next? Will Beyoncé speak? Will she walk away to reclaim her story? And how far is Matthew Knowles willing to go to protect his daughter and rewrite the legacy of one of music's most iconic families? The cracks are showing, the silence is deafening, and one court decision could be all it takes to bring the Carter kingdom to its knees. Let us know what you think, because this isn't just drama anymore. It's history in the making.